yellow gummies. So if his mum or dad want to come and find him, he'd be much appreciated. It's a beautiful day for some rugby at Fraser Park, so let's run through some team lists. Starting with the Crusaders, there will be a few changes to the teams from the first and second 40s as well, so starting at loose end for the
23 players take the field. But our team is hundreds of thousands strong.
And my name's Enzek Tasker. I've been in service of helping to shape the Crusaders' identity as they continue their journey. We very much are in the space of design guardianship. And a big part of that is to ensure that the things that we bring into existence feel like an extension from those people that wear it and represent it. So yeah, we've kind of been riding shotgun with the Crusaders for the last 5 years now, as they've tried to turn up into society and mean a bit more than rugby. Hidden gems, within this design. Sometimes the most powerful parts of the design aren't necessarily visible from the outside in. Those things that are quite precious, but one of those areas that we're just are non-negotiable from the players is to ensure that we recognise those 6 unions that have been in such great service to the Crusaders. The Crusaders are a make-up of the top half of the South Island.
Yeah, I can hear
so,
you.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a nod, to the 6 houses that shape up our fan base and have provided us the opportunity to, create such a great rugby team. So yeah, if people are ever kind of wondering what that is, that's the colours of the 6 unions that they don. And they also are a part of what we call home, in this beautiful place. I think a big part of that talks to, the many streams. The braided rivers are such a big part of what make up this place, and when we talk about those streams that kind of come into a central place, it's not necessarily, we like to kind of weave in this idea of these braided rivers that are woven together to create a collective movement, a force of nature, but it's a constant stream, and they're also not departed from each other. They're very much intertwined.
Kia ora koutou katoa, Bulavanaka, Talofalava, Maloalei, and a very good afternoon here from Fraser Park in Timaru. It is, of course, the 2026 pre-season rugby, Super Rugby, 30 years now of this wonderful competition. Absolute pleasure and an honour to be down here in Timaru bringing you this one. I'm Donnie Bell, and joined with me my astute co-commentator Brendan Laney. Brendan, great to have you on.
Yeah, thanks, Donnie. Brilliant to be here, and I tell you what, we've got some outstanding sides as you see. Brewers, especially up front, Calder, 2 guys we know. Shalfoon, who's played outstandingly well last year. Big Ethan Blackadder, great to see the big man back out here. Kyle Preston at half, Kamara at 10. Some really good names. Shea Fihaki, James White in the unfamiliar position at 15. But I tell you what, we'll being the first game this year, we're just going to see some guys go out there and just throw the ball around. It's really exciting, this first 40 minutes, Donny.
Yes, it is. It's going to be such an encounter. So many talented players showcasing their skills. As we can see, the Highlanders line up a very, very strong NPC season from Josh Bartlett's, Suani Vakina, of course, the hooker who played for the Highlanders last year. Very, very powerful and talented. Thomas Lavanini, who's come over, the experienced Argentine international. Oliver Haig, who has put injuries aside. The very talented Lucas Casey at 7. Stoddart will captain the side and round out a great loose forward trio. And then, of course, the game drivers, Cam Miller, the very dangerous 10, who's becoming better and better with age, like a fine wine. And, of course, the very dangerous Caleb Tangitau out there on the right wing, joined by such a young up-and-coming side buffer. It's going to be really exciting to see, of course, coached by the experienced Jamie Joseph.
Yeah, and how long are we going to see Jamie? This could be interesting. It's such an early part of the season, obviously, and that All Black job wide open. He'll be keen to make sure these early few games, in particular the first one up. And look, let's be honest, it is a Crusaders Highlanders game, regardless of what time of year. They're always pretty tough battles, that's for sure. So, great crowd, about 4,000 in, they say, Donny, which is brilliant. Even more, probably 5, which is great. I've been many a game here. I played a bit here in Timaru myself. I can't remember 5,000 people ever being there before, so fantastic for Timaru and South Canterbury, and great to see people travelling both up from Dunedin and also down from Christchurch. So look at that. Timaru Transport, the main sponsor, splash around the ground. Great with Rowdy and Gutsy and the team out there. They're fantastic people and really, really support both these sides extremely well. And the ground's just looking an absolutely magnificent nick, isn't it? 30 years of Super Rugby, Donny. I can't believe it. How fast has it gone?
I'll tell you what, it's gone like lightning. I remember as a 9-year-old boy watching in 1996, that many years ago. Buffer, of course, I'm a heck of a lot older now. You were a lot younger, of course, playing on this wonderful Fraser Park ground. The work they've done here to get this ground back up and running, of course, the construction that went on, it is looking a picture. In days like this, it's just so critical and important that they get to showcase and have these events, these pre-season games of Super Rugby, so that we get to see all of this talent that we're going to see today. And we were talking about it slightly earlier, but they're going to throw the ball around today. Yes, there's going to be some rustiness, but there is so much talent. If you look out wide, guys like Fihaki, Curtis McDonald, they're going to chance their arm, Tangitau, Tito Harris. As we see the two teams running onto the field now, Highlanders up against the Crusaders, of course, here. Fraser Park, Timaru, it's Stoddart, the captain, Will Stoddart, the number 8, and of course, Ethan Blackadder back from injuries there, the blindside flanker, after getting injured through the NPC, leading their two sides on. A lot of pride on the line today. It is Southern rivalry, pre-season or not, Buffer. There will not be a lot of love lost out here today.
Yeah, 100%, as we see the Highlanders out there in their white and blue, and the Crusaders in their traditional black and red. And both sides will be very keen to just get their game going early. I know we're probably going to have a little bit of silence here maybe at the start.
Just to give you a bit of an idea of the match officials today, referee experienced Paul Williams, AR's Dan Moore and William Todd. And there you go, the referee manager, sideline manager today is Alan Stead. Your match officials today. And just to walk you through, of course, the head coaches, Rob Penny and Jamie Joseph, for the two opposing sides. Both have wonderful CVs. And very soon we will see our More FM bull runner, who will be running out onto the ground. We'll tell you a little bit about the bull runner, but just once again, as match day partner, just wanted to tell you about Timaru Transport. You touched on them before. Thanks so much to Timaru Transport, Crusaders and Highlanders official and exclusive transport and logistics partner. And thank you so much to them, the pre-season match day partner and valued commercial partner, as we see the bull runner doing a wonderful job there. 10-year-old Nate Harkness, thanks to More FM South Canterbury. Nate plays for the Timaru Rugby Club and is absolutely rugby mad. What a special occasion for him, both getting to run on. He's obviously stoked to be running on with the teams today.
Outstanding to be coming from Timaru Rugby Club as well, mate.
I thought you'd be a fan that he's come from the mighty Timaru Magpies.
Yeah, good set.
And we are going to get underway here. It is Cameron Miller kicking off here from, of course, a dry Fraser Park in Timaru. It's taken down by the Crusaders nicely, and it is Preston. And Preston feeds Finley Brewis, the loose head prop. And Preston decides to go boot to ball with the box kick. Looking to contest that kick, and some wonderful pressure is put on the Highlanders fullback. He had a bit of work to do there, Stanley Solomon, and it will be a penalty to the Highlanders.
Yeah, just maybe a bit of contest in the air. Didn't go for the ball, so penalty here for Cam Miller just to be able to pump this one down the touch. Wee bit of a breeze for the Highlanders going straight into them, so the kicking will be interesting. It's not massive, but just enough to be annoying probably as we see the first line out. Highlanders have gone short. Look at Lavanini with the headgear on.
They'll be looking to find their experienced campaigners, and they go to crib first up. And the referee's called it not straight, so it will be a free kick to the Crusaders. So a chance for them to bang this downfield. And that they do. A massive kick there from the Crusaders. Of course, Kamara taking down Solomon. Goes for the big old up and under. And some massive pressure on him. Preston's done a really good job with his teammates there to win it back for the Crusaders. And they go short. Manu Moa, Leitu up to halfway. Beautiful work. Storming run, Johnny Lee, the number 8. Up past the 22-metre line, the Crusaders. Ball retention, really nice start from them. With the ball in hand, Kamara looks to go wide. Now the cross kick coming in. Wonderful job from Bell. Unable to find Fihaki on that occasion, but nice expensive footy so far. This is what we love to see.
Well, it was a beautiful break by Johnny Lee, the big number 8. So we see there the transport replay was just unfortunately not straight. It was a free kick straight away, and the cross kick was on, but unfortunately the winger just not up quite flat enough, Shea Fihaki. So line out here, Crusader ball.
Excellent opportunity here. Leitu finds Cahill, finds his forwards. Wonderful line-out drive here from the Crusaders. Some nice work as a pack heading towards the Highlanders line, looking to get on the scoreboard early in this game. Of course, Super Rugby 30 years on now, pre-season 2026. Trying to move it out wide, and the Crusaders just unable to hold on to it on that occasion.
Yeah, a bit of pressure there from the Highlanders, getting up nice and flat on defence. And look, we are going to see a little bit of this early in these games, just purely for the fact that it is pre-season. It's their first real hit out. It's probably the first time they've really had some full-on defence in front of them. And although you practice it, you really are practicing against your mates. So it's very tough to really replicate that. So this Highlanders side, that's one thing they'll have to do, is get up nice and flat, put pressure on, and make sure they don't give these Crusader boys much room at all.
Highlanders loose head and feed. And referee says we're going to pack down again. And we'll get used to this throughout the season. Of course, not often you can get the ball out there in a first scrum straight away. And we should talk about these wonderful great southern pies.
Yeah.
Of course, today as well, Buff. I'm sure you'll be tucking into your Canterbury land.
Well, don't tell the wife, but I've certainly had a couple of bites of mine already, and it tastes fantastic, I must admit.
Great to see them being showcased here. Of course, great southern pies. Very special day for them.
Well, they've launched the Crusader pie, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Very exciting in itself as we come back to the play. Lennox. Big shunt coming from the Crusaders. And the referee, Williams, gives the Crusaders a penalty out in front. Be interesting to see what they do here.
It was a fantastic scrum. It was a great hit, set really well. Bruce on this side. See, the Crusaders, they don't want to go for goal. No point in that. They just want to get their game going again.
Not in the pre-season.
It was actually Seb Calder on this side, sorry. Big number 3. It's a very good front row with Brewis, Letu and Calder.
Yeah, plenty of experience there in the front row, Buffer, and renowned strong scrummagers.
Yeah, well, they certainly put the plenty of acid on here.
Wonderful work here. Amara still with the ball in hand. Crusaders now look to go left. They do it well. That's a great run there, Shelfoon. A very strong running lock. Still with possession here. The Crusaders. Blackadder has a go. Still with it. Calder decides to go with a pick and go. Finds his man. Ollie Mattis, of course. Very exciting hybrid player. We're going to see more of him in the future. Letu. Cahill. Cahill runs straight, runs hard. Crusaders still with the possession. Shelfoon up towards the try line. Edging away here. The Crusaders still with it. Some strong defence coming in here from the Highlanders, holding them out. Brewis. Finley Brewis now. A couple of years of Super Rugby under his belt. Mattis has a go. Runs straight, runs hard. Hard man to put down. Preston. Now they go wide. Brayden Enor inches away. Crusaders still with it. Have a snipe. Himera unable to get there. Desperate to get it out. The Crusaders and referee Paul Williams will come back for the penalty for the high shot.
Oh, plenty of pressure from this Crusaders forward pack. A lot of one-off runners. Beautifully done once again. Shelfoon, big ball runner for the Crusaders last year. We're certainly starting off where he finished last year as well. Blackadder, another one.
And he goes to the front jumper, Cahill, the ever reliable Taylor Cahill, who of course came down. The product out of Hamilton Boys High School, came down to Shirley. He's been playing his rugby at the Marist Albion Club in Christchurch. And he's done well. He got it back to his club teammate, Manu Moa Letu. Letu, who's still surging towards the try line. And he's over! Try Letu, try the Crusaders. 5-0 here, 7 minutes into the game. Fraser Park and Timaru, and just a very typical Crusaders try. Letu off the back, off the rolling maul. Schoolboy stuff, but they do it well.
Well, it was set up really well, wasn't it? The line out was taken down beautifully. And then the big hooker's just got his hands on the ball. It's been really well worked up front, well set, really hard to defend. And it just shows this Crusaders pack, when they get everything right, they're very hard to stop. And that's a really well taken try. They'll be really happy with that at the start of this match in particular. Especially the forwards, just the way they set that try up. Really well done. So a good 5-pointer.
As we see, Camera back. 9 months injury layoff. He's done incredibly well to rehab, and he has banged that straight between the sticks, makes no problems with that one there. Very successful conversion, and as I was alluding to before, you learn that at school in a training drill, but they've done it so well for so many years. The rolling maul, and it's become such a danger in rugby.
Yeah, 100%. They certainly do it well. And like I said, if it's set up well too, it's very hard to defend. So good start for the Crusaders. Highlanders just need to get their hands on the ball. The Crusaders have sort of played a lot of the rugby at the moment. 9 odd minutes in.
And it's taken down nicely by the Crusaders. Johnny Lee, very talented player, plays for the Tasman Mako during the NPC, and they find Seb Calder. Seb Calder was plagued by a few injuries last year, but he's come back from injury really nicely. Strong product out of the Lincoln University Club in Canterbury. Now Miller, what an NPC season he's had. Solomon looks to run straight, runs hard. The man who's come down from Wellington, a protege out of the New Zealand under-20s for Kina. Lennox. And he goes one out runner, and that's a nice run from the second 5, Grinley. Sure we'll see a bit more of him with his rugby. Some beautiful play here from the Highlanders, chancing their arm and going wide to the dangerous Taniela Talia. Now they shift it. Lucas Casey, we know he's got speed to burn. More toe than a Roman sandal, a wonderful ball running 7. I'm sure we'll see more of him in this game, Buff, and a nice chance here for the Highlanders to get their attack going from this penalty.
Yeah, it was. They set it up quite nice, so you can see that just trying to get guys in certain positions. Taniela did a great job here. Talia, sorry. And then we see this man here in particular. He loves to be in the wide open spaces. Here we go. Lucas Casey, great with ball in hand. So good opportunity here for the Landers. Just to get probably their first line out. Second line out. See if they can get this one right, to be fair. The first one, not straight. So good chance.
And it goes to the back. Oh, wonderful pick up there from Grindlay. He's done a really good job. But the Crusaders have managed to turn it over, and they go straight boot to ball. Kimura looking fantastic. That is one beautiful kick. And is it going to pull? No, I was going to say, is it going to drop just short, but it doesn't. So Miller forces it dead, but still they'll be pretty happy with that result. They're the Crusaders. They'll be loving seeing Kimura just being able to play injury-free, kicking the ball nicely. Great to see him back with a little bit of confidence here.
Oh, it was actually a beautiful nudge. Here's the turnover here. It was stripped. I think it was caught. Wow, Ollie Mathis, to be fair, did a great job. And then it was a beautiful kick as we see the dropout. Not a lot of length on it.
And the Crusaders getting on with it straight away. As we see them running the ball straight and hard. They've got so many ball running forwards. Now they whiz it wide to the back. Fihaki up towards the 22-metre line. Preston finds his man, Shalfoon. Big man, tall man, strong man, heading up to the 22-metre line. Still with it here, Kimura, Brewis, Preston, Leitu, wonderful interplay, Enor goes one more to Bell. And Bell's taken in a really nice tackle, some nice defensive play there from Cameron Miller. Having to do a lot of tackling early doors here, the Highlanders Crusaders attack. Relentless so far, Preston, Kimura with a cross kick. Looking to find his man, unable to. And it is the experienced Caleb Tangitau. We know how dangerous he is. And on this occasion, chooses not to run. Puts boot to ball. And he's managed to gain some metres here. I thought that he was going to show and go there for a second. But just looking to calm things down slightly here, Buff.
Well, he did well to take that, to be fair, above his head. Great catch. Took the mark. Oh, that's not straight.
Down it goes.
Playing on.
Kimura, Blackadder, Mattis! Ollie Mattis, we know he's got speed to burn. Can he find Enor? Enor looks to find his man, Kimura, unable to on that occasion. Still with it though, referee saying that's forward. It's drifted forward. Really, really dangerous signs already. Ollie Mattis looks dynamic. We know he can play on the wing. We know he can play open side flanker. He has gas to burn. We're going to see more of him this year, I feel.
100%. Especially the way they're using him too. This is beautifully done. It was a lovely ball by Blackadder. Just laid it off. Mathis hit it beautifully. Out the back of the hand as well. I'll tell you what, if that one had gone to hand, it would have been very, very interesting. Just a great line. Hit it beautifully. Probably all he had to do was just draw and pass, but he tried the wee one out the back of the hand. And unfortunately, Braden Enor got ball and man at the same time. So another chance for the Highlanders to get themselves out of their 22.
And a bit of pressure here on the bookends. Buffer up against Calder and Brewis, Bartlett and Cowtight. They look like very good forwards, very good props. We've seen a lot of them in the NPC. Big pressure on them and Vakina and the whole 8 as a whole against what is a very good Crusaders scrum. there'll be a bit of pressure even on a dry track in a pre-season game.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, look, and this is Super Rugby. This is a step up from NPC. Everything's a bit quicker. You're playing against the best. And trial games in particular, well, you all want to go out there and put a performance on so the coach picks you. So it's an excellent opportunity for these young lads.
Lennox, Miller, throws the punt, unable to get all too many metres.
Yeah, well, I think their breeze is just a little bit stronger than what we think.
Stiffer than we realise.
Yeah, it was just we were down on the ground earlier, just enough to be a bit annoying. Beautiful line.
Wonderful line out. They've gone to Kehu a lot at the front. Camera, Bell. Camera, here he goes. Looks to show and go. He looks fantastic already. Some great signs. Blackadder runs straight, runs hard, tucks it back on the inside. Ends up with Preston. Crusaders still got it, approaching the 22-metre line here. Tamuka Transport bringing you this pre-season rugby, fizzing here in the room. And a really nice job there from the Highlanders. Didn't they do well? A very nice piece of play there from the experienced Lavanini. And the Highlanders boot the ball downfield heavily. Crusaders bring it back. Frantic stuff here. And nudges that in behind, and it will be Cameron Miller that comes up with it. And he kicks it inside his 22-metre line and puts it out. Pretty much ended up where we started off about a minute ago.
What's seeing is this Crusaders team is not afraid to boot the ball. They're going to use that advantage, that wind in this first sort of half, and they're doing it very well. They're getting them behind the Highlanders as well, and then getting the opportunity to do exactly this. Win off the top of the line out and get their game going.
And once again, surprise, surprise, they go to Kehu at the front. Now it's Bell with the ball. Toby Bell, of course, out of the University Rugby Club, a talented young player. Johnny Lee, number 8, out of Christ College. With the Marco, and a nice run here, the left wing, Curtis McDonald. The rising talent, Fihaki beats 1, beats 2, 3, 4. Taken now by the 5th tackle. He's got them right up towards the try line here, the Crusaders. Then they run the short ball. Preston. Now they spin it. Enor. Bell through. Bell over. Try Crusaders. 12-0. Slick play. Finding their men. Not a lot of rustiness out there so far. They'll be very, very happy with the start. Highlanders defending well, but that's just class play.
Well, Fihaki set it up really. He got about 4 or 5 defenders trying to stop him, and he just kept on going down the right flank. And it was from here, it was 2 beautiful long passes, let Eno onto 1. And then look at the numbers around there, 4, 5, 6 Crusader players, only about 2 Highlanders to be fair. Look at this here, 2 Highlanders on, pick the right option, ball in 2 hands, really nice take and try. Plenty of options for the Crusaders and the ball carrier.
No problems at all. Tell you what, didn't look like he's had 9 months off, Camera, does he?
He's really looking fit, isn't he? Fantastic for him. That's quick too to come back from an injury like that as well, so fantastic work rehab-wise. You also see the referee with a wee camera on his chest, so looking at a wee bit of innovation there as well. Just another different view of the game, particularly up close.
Technology these days is quite incredible what they can come up with and what they've got.
Great if they had one for
And,
might not want one.
We'll see. You may not have wanted one today as we see Cameron Miller kicking things off. Back down, taken nicely. And Crusaders look to maul it up through Johnny Lee. Johnny Lee doing a lot of ball running already. But some slick play, as you said before. They're playing the wind incredibly well, the Crusaders. And they're looking to play some smart rugby, but we know how talented this Highlanders side is. We know what they can do. Cameron Miller is one that could really get them on the front foot and make things happen here, as we see. Moving it wide now, Lavanini. Kautai. Nice ball to Stoddart. Attack at the breakdown. Highlanders have done enough. Lennox. They go to Crib. Highlanders getting a little bit of possession here and just slowing things down. Stoddart. Just settles things slightly. Lennox throws the box kick up. Of course, we're seeing it more and more in this day and age in rugby. Preston's got it. Timaru looks to spin it wide. Blackadder, he does the same. Shelfoon does the same. Doesn't work out. Still with it. Just beyond their 22 metre line. Crusaders looking to reorganise things here. Leitu. Meeting a strong tackle. Inches his way forward. Preston takes his time. Inside his 22. Bangs that down. Very nicely taken by Cameron Miller. Some real pressure on him. Taken there on the halfway line. Lennox finds his forward runners. Oh, little juggle there. And they managed to hold on to the Highlanders, and they decide to go through the ruck. He was exposed there. Some nice work from Blackadder. Cahill, Lee, Mattis. Going forward, Toby Bell. Preston. Leitu. Still with possession here, the Crusaders. Preston, quick ball. Kebera stabs it in behind. Pressure back on the Highlanders inside their 22 metre line. And it is the young sensation, Stanley Solomon, who puts that out and just slows things down. I'll tell you what, their match fitness, this is their first game of the year. Obviously, they've been training in some heat. But in terms of game fitness, this will be a real test for them today.
Well, and they'll need this wee break after 20 minutes, because I tell you what, the Crusaders have been all the play, really. They'll certainly be down.
We're just going to go to the break here. Of course, it is a water break here, hot here in Fraser Park in Timaru, and we'll join you back very shortly. Brought to you by Tamuka Transport Pre-Season Super Rugby. Back here at Fraser Park in Timaru, Tamuka Transport, of course, bringing what has been an exciting helter-skelter game so far. The Highlanders will really want to get things going here. They haven't been able to quite get enough traction so far, hold on to the ball for large enough periods. Of course, we're still early days into this game, but from what I've seen, they need to hold on to that possession and really need to attack the breakdown and retain their ball.
Yeah, 100%. I'd say after 20 minutes, the Highlanders will be just a little bit disappointed with some of the stuff they've done. In fairness to them, though, they haven't had a lot of ball to play with, because this Crusader side has certainly controlled the pace of the game, and they've certainly controlled the way it's been played purely with the amount of ball they've had, and they've been really slick with it too.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a pre-season game for them the way they have counter-attacked today. Looks like they've put a lot of moves together. Oh, how's the sidestep from the loose forward? Blackadder through. Great run, pops it up nicely. Johnny Lee, look at the interplay between the three loose forwards. Mattis, this is mouth-watering to watch so far from the Crusaders. You've got to appreciate fine rugby like that. Champagne footy. And has a go. Lower than a snake's belly there. The Crusaders front row, Leitu. Blackadder pops up. Try! Blackadder over, waiting. Williams has called it held up. So we'll take that back. And just waiting to confirm whether he's given this.
I think he has.
No, he's made me look good. There we go, we've called the try. Thought I might have gone early there for a second, but Blackadder has crashed over. I was certain I saw him put the ball down, Buffer, and he's done well. He started that play.
100%, he did too. He burst on the ball early. This is the one here, the big dummy, beautiful off the right foot. and then just pumped his legs, went straight through a couple of big players as well. Beautiful offload. Mathis there again. And then once again it was back to the forwards, just the little one-offs. Nice wee pop in the ball. And then big Ethan Blackadder showed his power. Straight over the line for a try.
Timaru lines it up. And no problems, absolutely bangs it over. He looks like he hasn't had any time off whatsoever, but that well and truly comes down to that loose forward trio. Blackadder, we know his ability, we know his strength. Johnny Lee looks like a very good young bull runner, and with Mattis, they're going to be an absolute force. They've got a lot of depth, and out here right now, they seem to have some really nice cohesion.
Well, look at the body height here. Watch here, the wee hooker takes it off, gets a pop ball. Just nice body height, and then watch Blackadder. Look at his strength, body height, power, pumping the legs. Great try.
Miller sends it down and beats a would-be straight away. Curtis McDonald, we know the strength he's got. Blackadder and Highlanders, they want the ball here. They're having to do a lot of defensive work. Of course, they won't want to be tackling this often throughout this game. And the nudge there. And it will be the Highlanders put in. Crusaders just slowing things down there. They'll be happy with the rhythm they've got so far, and they are well and truly controlling the tempo.
Well, once again, sort of 3 minutes into this second part of the first half, and only really about the same time that the Highlanders have touched the ball, so they'll be keen to get things going here. Stoddart, powerful, big number 8.
Lovely line out taken by Cribb as well. They got that right. They'll be very happy with that. And Cribb getting his hands on the ball once again. We know how good a ball runner Stoddart is. We'll see more of him, and we're seeing him right now. So the Highlanders still with it, looking to get things going. Lennox. Now they go wide. Solomon the in-ball. Talia winding up. Gets a step going. Leitu putting pressure on. Highlanders still with it. Lennox. Bartlett. Lennox moving it. Cribb here for the Highlanders. Fraser Park, Timaru. Action stations are plenty so far. Crusaders 3 tries up, 21 playing 0. Lavanini, the experience, he's going to be huge. He's a big body. He's going to be very important in the tight 5 throughout the season, of course. 30 years of Super Rugby this year. What an occasion. Solomon, lovely short ball. Read well though, Grindley. Nowhere really for him to go, but the Highlanders here, they'll be happy. They've got a penalty. Starting to just get a little bit of momentum now. Looking to throw a wide ball, and the referee will come back for the penalty. But they're just looking slightly rustier out there so far. We know how talented these Highlanders players are. They'll just want to get a little bit more cohesion. I think it's really important here.
Yeah, 100%. I think what we are seeing too is the amount of numbers that the Crusaders are actually throwing into rucks. It's really 2, 3 at the most. 2 maybe tackling, maybe 1 tackling and 1 in. As soon as they've lost that ball, they're back on their feet, they're back into their defensive line. And what it's creating is you're looking up as an attacking player and seeing just this big wall of red and black in front of you. So you've got to admire the way they do it at the moment. And the Highlanders here, good chance after their penalty just to get this line out right, get their set piece right.
Yeah, they want to stagger up that defensive pressure that is coming up and causing trouble, but Haig's done really well there off the line out. We talked about the opportunity. Now Blackadder's got his paws on it. It's gone back. Once again, huge pressure coming in though from the Crusaders, who managed to disrupt that. They'll be disappointed because their line-outs look really good. We've seen Cribb take it. We've seen Stoddart take the odd one. Their line-out doesn't seem to be the problem, but just the pressure the Crusaders are putting on there from that line-out.
Oh, Ethan Blackadder was outstanding there. It sort of splintered a wee bit. They tried to get their drive going. It sort of splintered a wee bit for the Highlanders, and Blackadder was straight in on the ball straight away. Beautifully done.
Crusaders making a change. Number 6, Ethan Blackadder.
You see a wee change here with Ethan Blackadder coming off. And number 20, we'll just get a name for you there. for the Crusaders coming on. We have to excuse us, we haven't got a lot
Coming
of
on
names.
He's just come, Sam Hainsworth Farfel. He's come on there to the loose forward side there for the Crusaders in the 20 jumper. Now they move it, Kimura. Enor, strong run. What a staple he's been, being able to stay injury free. Kimura. Little half break taken though by the Highlanders. Fihaki. Nice run down the wide channels from Fihaki. Crusaders holding on to possession. Wonderful pass from Preston. Enor up past the halfway line. Crusaders counter-attacking. Looking to move the ball quickly. Leitu. And unfortunately unable to hold on to it on this occasion was second five Toby Bell.
Yeah, it wasn't the best pass in the world. Probably he was dipping a wee bit on him. So, once again, we see in this Crusader side, not afraid to try things. See here, Preston. Beautiful little in-pass. Inouye knowing exactly what he was going to do. And that one there, just not the best pass. Sort of everyone was flat-footed. So, another opportunity here for the Highlanders. Midfield. Need a big scrum here, Donny, just to get a good platform to pass off.
Great to hear you talking scrums too. Coming from a former wing fullback, we do enjoy hearing it. And you've nailed it, to be fair. Here we go, Solomon, the stead kick through. Great chance here for the Highlanders. Oh, the talented Tito Harris. He did everything right, just unable to hold on to it. They need to look to get these talented wingers, Tangitau and Tito Harris, into the game. Right idea, just couldn't quite execute on that occasion.
Well, it was a beautiful flat pass. You see the Crusaders have taken off. Shea Fihaki.
Geez, they weren't waiting around, were they? Beating the cameras there almost for a second. Fihaki, like a tearaway, just getting on with it. They're trying to play everything fast-paced when they've had the ball in hand, the Crusaders.
Well, here we are here. Look at this, Preston.
Quick thinking.
Very quick thinking. James White does a great job, really, to get there back and field. The pass there possibly could have gone, maybe, but...
Still with it. Leitu, straight through. Nice tackle by Haig in the end. Had to make it. Shelfoon. And they look to spin it towards the wide channels here. The Crusaders still with the ball in hand. Some nice pressure coming on here from the Highlanders. Had to come up in a rush. We've seen the Crusaders do it. Highlanders trying to copy them with a bit of rush defence. Finley Brewis does well. Resets. Preston. How oh so dangerous he's been, sniping away. A real player of the future. Already a very talented number 9, making his All Black debut last year. Mattis. Meeting a strong tackle, still with it here, the Crusaders. Braden Enor. Now they go wide. Curtis McDonald. And unable to control it, and it will be a Highlanders line out. Just did enough defensively there to stifle that one.
Yeah, they did well actually on defence in the Highlanders. Once again, this Crusader side not afraid to try things. Another wee out the back pass.
Nicely taken for Keena. Links with Haig really nicely. Stoddart runs it out from his own 22-metre line. Here's Lennox. The up and under, looking to put a bit of pressure on. He'll be disappointed that he's popped that out on the full.
Yeah, tough on the forwards, that one. Did all the right things. Stoddard barreling onto the ball, and unfortunately just not quite getting that one. It was only out probably about a metre or so, but still.
Leitu, short ball. Old school, straight to the tight head prop there, Seb Calder. Shelfoon with it. Edging up towards the 22-metre line, Taylor Cahill. Still with it here, the Crusaders. Once again, really nice possession. Crusaders still with it. 20 metres out. Mattis. Lee. Cahill. Strong tackle here. Thomas Lavanini's had to make a few in his time. Makes another one. Johnny Lee with it. Now the Crusaders. Still with it. Far full. Preston. Enor. Braden Enor looking to break through. Nice tackle from Taniela Talia. And referee Williams coming back for the penalty. Preston looking to get on with it. And referee Paul Williams said, no, we're going to slow down. And still another chance here. Simply relentless this first half from the defending champions here. Playing, of course, at home. Timaru, part of the wider Crusaders region. And just wanted to say a massive thank you today while we get an opportunity to the South Canterbury Rugby Football Union, the board and their staff for hosting us here today as we see Kimera putting that in for a line out. 15 metres out, and thanks to Venture Timaru for their support in bringing the Crusaders to Fraser Park today. Some wonderful community work being done on the way down, and just a big thank you to Nigel Davenport, the CEO from Venture Timaru, as we come back to the play, the rolling line out. Maul, of course, the rolling line out Maul, they go to Leito again at the back. Very nicely controlled, moves it forward, no problems whatsoever. Too easy on that occasion for the Crusaders. And of course the former New Zealand under-20s captain from last season, Manumoa Leito. It's as simple a try as he'll score and gets it done without any fuss.
Oh, it's beautifully taken there by big Johnny Lee, the number 8, and then it was just set up really well. The guys at the front working hard, and once they splintered the Highlanders pack off, 3 or 4 of them going forward, too hard to stop. And once again, the Crusaders be really happy with the way their forwards have performed this first 40 minutes. And just doing the simple things like their line out, their maul, and just getting that nice and set. They've got 14 points out of it quite easily. Really well done.
Really using their smarts today as well. You can see they're switched on from the get-go. Working well, and the forwards just doing what Crusaders forwards have in yesteryear and continue to do in Kamara. He's just simply not missing. None of these kicks have been straight in front of the horns, and once again he's banged that over straight away. Just what I was saying before, Nigel Davenport, CEO from Venture Timaru, he will join us in the second half just to talk for a bit about what's happening in the South Canterbury region over the coming months, which we'll be really excited to have him on, and very excited, of course, launching the Crusaders pie today. I know you're looking forward to tucking back into it, of course, I'm sure, Rob. I most certainly am. We're not going to die wondering. And it is brought to you, of course, by Great Southern Pies, the Crusaders team. Very, very thrilled with the Canterbury lamb. And it could be worse things to eat, but let's get back to the action straight away. Miller, hasn't he done a good job there? He wins a penalty off the back of it. I beg your pardon, Stanley Solomon, the fullback. He looks very, very calm and composed. He's not the biggest man in the world. He's a very, very brave player, though, Stanley Solomon, and we've seen him in previous years playing rugby through the grades, how confident he is.
Well, he certainly had plenty of pressure on him, and he did a beautiful job there. Just nice and easy. We've seen this year, or last year in particular, especially up at higher levels, just how hard that high ball's to take. Well, he's done a great job there, the young fella.
And off the back of the line out here, nicely done. They go to Crib at the back. And they find their man. They run straight, they run hard. Grinley. Now they shift it. Tangitau gets a chance. Throws it to his opposite winger. Oh, Tito Harris looks light on his feet. Dancing, jinking away there. Highlanders bring it back to the midfield. Heading up towards the 22-metre line here at Fraser Park, Timaru. Lovely short ball. Stoddart. Still with it, Lennox. Miller the show and go half gap. Highlanders still with the ball. Caleb Tangitau looking to work the wide channels now. And Highlanders run straight, run hard. And this is nice play here, Bartlett. Very good play once again. Grindley looking to go forward. Talaya. Goes back. Oh, some big defence there from Ollie Mattis. Really having to go back for it. They've still got possession here. The Highlanders not panicking. Bartlett. And a very nice, solid clean out there coming from the Highlanders had to be made. Kautai, we know how good a ball runner he can be. A beyond dangerous player. Grindlay, Lennox, Highlanders still with it, using their forwards. And Bartlett, they really had to wrestle for the ball there. Some intense pressure coming up, but they do in fact still have it. Now they use it wide channels. Caleb, Tangi Tau, simple as that. Highlanders on the board. Look at that, they managed to hold on to the ball for a few phases despite the pressure. Some really slick hands. We know how dangerous they are out wide. He's one of their superstars. They managed to find him. Very nicely worked try.
Really well taken, actually, and it was beautiful work just down the right hand. Not a big blind, really, in fairness. Here it is here. Just lovely hands. Look at this. Tito Harris, Solomon, beautiful. Just one pass, one step, one pass, straight onto Tangatau. And that's a really well taken try with not a lot of room to move either. And it gives this man here, Cam Miller, the chance to convert for another couple of points that the Highlanders will be pretty happy to get, to be fair. So
Miller, and unable to convert the try on that occasion, but some really nice signs stepping into a 2026 Super Rugby season for the Highlanders of just being able to show how slick and fast that big line can work.
well, it's great to see Tito Harris in the number 11 jersey getting out to the right hand side from his left wing and getting involved. And it was beautiful hands, wasn't it? 11, 15, 14, the back three for this Highlanders. You talked about them before the game, Donny. Well, they've certainly proved while they're out there with a beautifully taken try.
Yeah, big pressure coming on there, Crusaders. So we're really happy. They're going deep with a kick-off, looking to play the Highlanders inside their own 50. Highlanders do enough there for a little bit of relief and manage to put the ball out. But can we talk about this wonderful crowd, friends, family, loyal supporters? Great to see you all here. Those of you that have tuned in, really appreciate you having on as we see a lovely run here from the Crusaders in terms of foe, but great you can join us. And that is, he was away, ghosting away once again, Johnny Lee, but the referee's going to pull that back. But it's just great to see, even in summer, through thick and thin, rugby is rugby here in New Zealand, and people love to see it.
Well, conditions out here are outstanding. Look at that, Kamara just pulling up to the line, bringing the attackers, defenders on him. And he's got plenty of options, both right and left, but that one there, just a little bit forward. The idea, absolutely perfect. Just unfortunately get a wee bit in front. So, as we see, I think this has been called. Yes, it has. There's the first 40, Donny.
Just like that, eh? 40 minutes gone here at Fraser Park in Timaru. Certainly the people have been treated to a spectacle in terms of open running rugby. They've certainly seen that. They'll be expecting more, of course, those loyal Highlanders fans. They want to see a bit more from their side. Crusaders leading, of course, this one here, 28.5 here at Fraser Park in Timaru. Brought to you by Tanuka Transport. And we're going to cut to the ads and we'll be back with second half action here live from Fraser Park in Timaru very shortly. Donny Bell bringing you this one with Brendan Buffalone.
23 players take the field. But our team is hundreds of thousands strong. Because you are one of us.
and my name's Anzac Tasker. I've been in service of helping to shape the Crusaders' identity as they continue their journey. We very much are in the space of design guardianship. And a big part of that is to ensure that the things that we bring into existence feel like an extension from those people that wear it and represent it. So yeah, we've kind of been riding shotgun with the Crusaders for the last 5 years now, as they've tried to turn up into society and mean a bit more than rugby. Hidden gems, within this design. Sometimes the most powerful parts of the design aren't necessarily visible from the outside in. Those things that are quite precious, but one of those areas that we're just are non-negotiable from the players is to ensure that we recognise those 6 unions that have been in such great service to the Crusaders. The Crusaders are a make-up of the top half of the South Island. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a nod, to the 6 houses that shape up our fan base and have provided us the opportunity to, create such a great rugby team. So yeah, if people are ever kind of wondering what that is, that's the colours of the 6 unions that they don. And they also are a part of what we call home, in this beautiful place. I think a big part of that talks to, the many streams. The braided rivers are such a big part of what make up this place. And when we talk about like those streams that kind of come into a central place, it's not necessarily, we like to kind of like weave in this idea of, these braided rivers that are woven together to create a collective movement, a force of nature, but it's a constant stream. And they're also not departed from each other. They're very much intertwined and interlinked. So it really just is an opportunity for us to recognise the rich history and legacy of that stream of red and black, and the championships, the many that have gone before and after, and also as we start to look into kind of the general structure of a jersey, how it actually carries a lot of strength up above and from there it flows down. We talk about like a structure, a human structure, and we really wanted there to be a relationship to the architectural structure of the new stadium that we're going to call home next year, to just recognise the significant new chapter that the Crusaders are moving into. So if we actually take a look at the structure, the skeleton, the bone language of this beautiful stadium, you can actually see that there's a really lovely relationship that goes with them. We also look at the back of Mā Pango Mā Whiro Ka Oti Te Mahi, and just recognising the substance of that wonderful whakatauaki, kind of talking about with great leadership and the unlimited potential of our community, we can achieve anything.
Here we go, Temuka Transport. It is second half action that will be shortly underway from Fraser Park in Timaru, of course, brought to you by Temuka Transport, and we are just going to go through a few highlights first from the first half as we see We're having a look at one here. This is more like it. This is what we like to see. Toby Bell, cross kick, step kick, unable to find Shafiaki on that occasion. That was the right idea they had early, weren't able to execute. This time round, Manu Moaletu found Cahill and was just a really nicely worked move eventually that the Crusaders were able to put together. As we see here, we're just showing a few highlights. Sorry, we actually haven't managed to come to the tries yet, but I'm sure the team will be able to put that together for you very shortly so you can see the tries. But just looking at the scrum pressure, I'll just call what's in front of me here. Here we go. And we're going to see here the Crusaders' relentless attack. They just kept coming and coming. They weren't able to execute on a few occasions to start things off, but they had that territory, they had that possession, and just simply putting pressure on, even with the odd error, they were just staying camped down inside the Highlanders 50. And then we saw the first try there of the game. Manu Moaletu was crashing over, of course, for the Crusaders, and we'll just run through a few more of the action here, just showing little clips for you, not just the tries, just a little bit of the action that was out here at Fraser Park in Timaru, as we saw some wonderful pressure that came on from the Crusaders at ruck time, spoiling what was a red hot opportunity there for the Highlanders. And yes, it's just been one of those games so far where the Crusaders have been able to get more ball and they've been able to simply do more with it. One of the key players today has been Taha Kamara. We've seen how dangerous the loose forward trio have been. And I'm sure we'll see plenty more action, and the Highlanders will want to look to get things rolling in the second stanza and get on the score to stay in this game as we're still rolling through the highlights. But just going to have a quick chat now with Nigel Davenport, CEO of Venture Timaru. As you can see the images in front of us, we'll continue showing you the highlights of this game. But Nigel, an absolute pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much for the support from Venture Timaru of the match day. What an occasion. We've got a sellout crowd. It's a beautiful spectacle down here in a wonderful part of New Zealand here in Timaru. How important to the regions are games like today?
Oh, thanks so much, Donnie. Great to be along and sit in the box with you here for a moment. Look, it's absolutely fantastic. You know, this facility here, huge community backing to get it off the ground. Some great support from the Rooney Group, but the whole community really got in behind it, and you can see the fruits of it today. And as you say, fantastic to get a great day for a change. You know, the weather hasn't been the best for us, and we put the order in and delivered. So, but as you say, events like this, a wide variety of events, whether it's sporting or Masters games, rock and hops. We've got an international tennis tournament second year next month. And they're big things. They're as much for visitors as they are for the locals to get out and enjoy and communicate with each other. So it's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic as we see the second half team. Sexton, Marcus, Sykes, Martin, Hannah, Tracy Gardner, Callow, Safaloi, Chapman, Rayhana, Saira, Grant, McLeod, Broomfield and Kunawave rounding out the Crusaders. A very strong lineup they are putting on for the second stanza, which is great to see just as we see things kick off here. And we will come back very shortly here to Nigel, and a good chance now with a penalty. Nigel, it is incredibly exciting. The ground's looking a picture. They've obviously done a lot of work over the last few years with Fraser Park. Can you give us a bit of an update of the events coming up over the next few months? You know, just in terms of what we've got coming up and what we can look forward to.
Yeah, look, there's plenty to look forward to. We've got a big seaside festival kicking off, making the most of Caroline Bay, our jewel in the crown. We've actually got some polo and show jumping right on the beach itself next week as well. So big kite day, all part of that. And then we're heading into, you know, I mentioned before the international tennis tournament. We got a huge award. First time that we'd held it last year. And look, it was fantastic. So the international tennis, rock and hop, a huge big one for the car lovers, and there's certainly plenty happening.
Yeah, no, it is very exciting that you've got those events. And anything else you'd like to add just about the day itself today?
Oh, look, it's fantastic. You know, it's been great to use the major events fund that we administer on behalf of the Timaru District Council to support the Crusaders, and Temuka Transport is the main sponsor for this event. But you know, to get top-class rugby back down here in Timaru, we've got the stadium now, so you know, hopefully it's the starter mini, and you know, great to have the Crusaders train come down as well. You know, I hear they run out of some refreshments by Dunsandel, so here's hoping they've
far.
Yeah, exactly. Here's hoping they've restocked for the trip home. But look, it's great, and you know, it's great to have Brendan, a good Temuka boy, back here today as well, and you know, brings back memories of the great economy glass touch rugby team from years gone by. So good to see you both.
Great to see you give that a plug as well. And look, very kind of you to come on and speak to us, as we can see following the images here of the second half action. I think we're going to see a lot more ball thrown around in the second half. Should be very exciting.
Yeah, very much so. And you know, we're smack in the middle whilst we're part of Canterbury. You probably would have seen half the letterboxes are red and black and the other half are blue and gold. And you know, huge crowd here today, and they're absolutely lapping it up. So South Canterbury Rugby Union, all their volunteers, the whole community's got right behind it. And you know, she's a big year for both these teams and Super Rugby as a whole, really. So bring it on, I say.
Wonderful attacking opportunity here from the Highlanders. We can see now holding on to the ball their second half. They'll be looking to hit back really sharply. They're going to have to. Time of the essence, as we see Caleb Tangitau bringing this forward. Lennox. And some nice work as we see number 8. We've got Howden's come on. So all but a whole new side has come out. Some really nice play here from the Highlanders. Driving up past the 22 metre line. That's really nicely done. Lennox still on the field, but some real talent. And once again, just a massive thank you for joining us. Very kind of you to come on and have a bit of a chat with us today. That's Nigel Davenport, CEO of Venture Timaru. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Donnie, and enjoy the rest of your time here.
That
really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks, Nigel. So, an attacking opportunity here for the Highlanders. Nigel coming on. And Brendan Chainsaw Laney has come back in. He'll be very excited to see his former Highlanders side, of course, with a wonderful line-out opportunity here. But a chance for the Highlanders to attack and make something of this.
Obviously, a few different faces out there now, which is great, as we see.
Pre-season footy, eh?
Great setup here once again. Highlanders, we wanted to come out and really put a bit of a stamp on the second half.
The ever-dangerous Lasaka. And that's a strong run. A few changes made. Of course, we've got 30-odd plus players out there, so we'll bring you the names as swiftly as we can. Of course, completely different sides coming out in pre-season rugby, looking to utilise your entire squads and give a lot of these young players a go. As we see the Highlanders just unable to hold on to the ball on that occasion. And Corey Kello, who's come on for the Crusaders, very strong at the back end of last year. Him and Gardner staying fit. They're not getting any smaller coming onto the field from either side. Bit of pressure here. He is the talented Kunawave opening things up. Here we go, Louis Chapman. Chapman goes for the kick, the chase here from the Crusaders. Highlanders looking to get back, scampering back, big pressure coming in from the right wing of the Crusaders. Of course, Jay Broomfield, who played some rugby for Otago in the NPC, of course a Shield winner with the Otago side. Now Gardner deciding he's a back. Jamie Hanna with it. Jamie Hanna, the chip and chase from the lock. Can he find his winger? That would have been quite something if Jamie Hanna had set up. You know when a lock's chip and chasing, you know it's pre-season footy. Because I'll tell you what, Rob Penny will be certainly telling him, or Matt Todd, his coach, will be telling him to put that away real thick and fast. But yeah, when Gardner's playing halfback and Hanna's deciding to put boot to ball, you know it's having a bit of fun out there. Of course, here at Fraser Park, brought to you by Temuka Transport. It is a crowd like no other we've seen. We've seen the hot dog food stands, the Mr. Chips, the donut, the corporate sponsors, the friends, the family. What more could you want?
Well, Donnie, you've just about picked all my favourite things about rugby. You've done well there, to be fair.
Yeah, well, we're both in that category. That's for sure. Chainsaw, as we see Chapman, Kimera. and unable to hold on to it on that occasion. They'll be disappointed, but a red-hot chance here for the Highlanders, and that's lovely work as we see Pasatoa has come onto the field. Very talented young player, and some big pressure there for Chapman. It's play on. Crusaders with it, McLeod. And we're coming back. It was just starting to get very exciting there. Running rugby from both teams. There wasn't a lot of structure in that play from both sides. Both just attacking, having a go, and hey, that's okay. We want to see these things.
Well, the beauty of it is we're seeing players actually do some things just a wee bit more off the cuff. Hannah in particular, I thought that was an absolutely fantastic option. And then we saw the Highlanders just down that left-hand touch. Just beautiful interplay. Look at this. Not a lot of room to move. Tita Harris. And then it was just stolen. Completely stolen from the back of the ruck.
And here we go. Crusaders moving it wide. McLeod again looking to get his hands on the ball. That is such a nice slick pass. And here he goes. Saira, is he going to get there? Not on that occasion. Lovely run. They've got a lot of talent out wide, and they have not been afraid to throw the ball around here in the second half. The experience of Dallas McLeod really leading the charge through that midfield for the Crusaders here.
It was a beautiful pass by McLeod too. Bit of work off the top of the line out. Louis Chapman doing a great job to get this ball away, and there was two big passes. As we see back in live.
Off the back fence, coming in thick and certainly coming in fast. That is a strong run from Saifaloy. We'll see more of him. Talented young player, joined the Crusaders last season. And having a bit of a crack there, wasn't he? Young Treacy for the Crusaders. We know he's a very agile ball-running lock. For those of you that aren't aware, you'll become aware very soon. And Highlanders looking to put a bit of pressure on, and we've just talked about you'll get to know soon. I couldn't have said that at a better time. He proves me right. Brilliant ball running from Tracy. Crashes over for the Crusaders. A very agile forward pack, dynamic. They'll be disappointed with their defensive efforts there, the Highlanders.
Well, that was an outstanding try by Tracy. That was absolutely fantastically done. Here it is here, just setting it up. He's come round. Here he's here, straight flat-footed, beat the first man, backed himself on the second, ran straight over top of him. Brilliant try. Outstanding from the young man, and he's pretty pumped about it too, as he should be. Beautiful try by the big lock forward.
Yeah, he's done really well there. And Xavier Tracy, he's a player of the future, but he ran straight, he ran hard, he ran with gusto. I'll tell you what, a man with that engine, not easy to tackle. Might have been a little bit tough on the defence there. Yes, you want to make those one-on-one tackles, but when you've got a steam train coming at you, It's not always easy, Buff.
Not at all. I've been a fullback standing watching some of those guys come towards me, and it's not fun at all, but gee whiz, that was great work by the big lock, Xavier. Tracy, he did a great job. And once again, the Highlanders back under their own posts after a reasonably decent sort of a start. So what can we do here?
Yeah, they look like they'd really started to get things together in terms of the second half, some nice momentum. Yeah. Just before half-time, the talented Tangitau going over. Had some ball once again, finding they're having to do a bit of defending. That is the first kick of the game the Highlanders have missed in terms of conversions, which is quite something in itself. Today, the kicking has been absolutely second to none. The goal kicking from the Crusaders, but a real chance here for the Highlanders. As we see, Taylor, the captain, of course, he got a runaway try, winning runaway try in Western several years ago in a pre-season between these two sides. Big pressure, here's a chance. Highlanders got the ball. Still going, brilliant tackle made by Kunawave. That was a strong run, just didn't quite have the support. Still with it though, the Highlanders maintaining possession of the ball. Huge pressure coming from the Crusaders, still with it. Chance here, Lasaka. Very, very talented feature. They're going to have a lot of very good loose forwards this year. The Highlanders, just not able to finish things off. All that hard work, the clean line break, some very good danger signs though.
Well, just little things to polish up on, but a missed line out. unfortunately for the Highlanders, but they did well defensively here. They put a lot of pressure on. Jonah Lowe quick on the ball, playing in 13.
Look, a seagull on a chip there, wouldn't he? He's one of those guys, he didn't muck around, Jonah Lowe, as well. He's got a lot of explosiveness.
Well, he's been around the block. Jonah, he's very, very good footballer. Plays a lot on the wing last year for the Highlanders, so nice to see him in a different position in that 13 jersey, just to give the Highlanders a bit of a chance. As we see Angus Tarvale as well from the Blues. Great to see him down
the
in
youngster.
Dunedin.
Great to see the young man.
Yeah, well, he'll
Park.
be enjoying a new environment and new ideas as well. He'll bring a lot of experience. Great to have him there in the Otago Highlanders colours.
He'll be wonderful for their team morale. I think he's a player that the Highlanders need. Bit of experience there in the front row. As we see the rolling maul here, Taylor got it trapped at the back. Such a talent. But yeah, it is great for Tarvale, and it really gives him a little bit of excitement going into the more experienced part of his career. He'll be huge for them. Here we go. Show and go. Shearer! Shearer inches away. Nick Sheary's played his rugby down in Southland. Of course, former player up here in Canterbury at a Cross College in the Marist Albion Rugby Club, now playing his trade down south and joining the Highlanders, of course. And a chance here for the Highlanders, edging towards the try line. They want to get on the scoring. They want to do it fast. Pussy Toa. Now they go wide. Here we go, Robinson. And finds nobody.
Oh, what a pick-up.
It was referee, though, having none of it. And we're going to come back. Some nice signs there. Shearer looking fast with the ball in hand, looking to get things moving for the Highlanders, and some nice work off the rolling maul as well. Some good signs.
I was just trying to move the ball wide. It was great defence from this Crusaders. So look at that for a pick-up. That's an absolute ripper at pace too. So line out, they've gone back into the corner.
Yeah, back where we started.
Very much so.
What are you picking here up the sleeve?
Well, the last one, they tried that.
And they find their man.
Well set up.
Very well set up. Of course, Howden, Broughton onto the field now. TK Howden, Nicola Broughton. And this time, yeah, they are edging away really nicely from a solid set up here. Big forward pack. Still a chance. He'll just want to edge this round, Taylor. Inches away. Try!
Whoa.
Has he got there? No, he's short. Still playing on. Still playing on. He is taken short. Harvey with the ball. Big pressure coming from the Crusaders. And referee is going to give a penalty here to the Highlanders. That will not be a try. They're going to come back. Looked like he had got over the line.
Yeah.
Some staunch defence almost drove him back slightly.
100%. Taylor, the hooker, the captain for this half as well. There he is at the back, pumping the legs, urging his forwards to get going forward. He watched Nick Shearer. He just whips around on the left-hand side of him, tries to help him out, and he breaks off just here. Great defence by Rayhana in the 10 jersey for the Crusaders. Brilliantly done.
Third time lucky. Here we go, and it's not to be. The Crusaders getting up one heck of a jump there at the front of the line out, reading that like a book, and they take it down nicely. Marker, who's come on. Special day for him. Running on today. Of course, 30 years of Super Rugby. I remember you playing close to 30 years ago. Oof, I know you could still run around out there today, of course, but on a Chris Dry day in Timaru, it wouldn't be your first time. But yeah, it's great to see how much the game has evolved and how much talent we are seeing, and so many young players coming through in New Zealand rugby. Still a lot of hope out there.
Yeah, 100%. We're very lucky in New Zealand. There's a lot of young guys coming through who are out here at the moment showing their wares, and they're just the skill, the size for a start. There's some whopping fellas out here. It really is. It makes you feel very small sometimes. As you see, the Highlanders attack.
Nice work there. Jinking and jiving was Harvey. Lasaka had done such a good job just getting the ball back. And here we go. Nice run here from Broughton. Shearer wrestling Kello too quick. He was on that like any good number 7. And they managed the pilfer. Gardner, McLeod. They're going to run it out from their own 22 here, or they at least attempt to, but some nice defence coming in on the right winger for the Crusaders. Of course, Jay Broomfield, such a dangerous player, known for his sheer pace. Oh, nice ball skills, just holding on to that, not panicking, not trying to push the pass there, Safalui. Reihana. Oh, here's a goal. Oh, he's unable to hold on to it. Marker, he'll be disappointed. He was winding up. Here's a go. Pasi Taua. Caleb Tangitau. Tangitau over. Highlanders over. Not quite done yet. Opportunistic, and they take it.
Well, opportunities pop up. The Crusaders, they did all the hard work. With Marker, the hooker, just been put into a beautiful gap by Reihana. There it is there, and he took off, the old eyes lit up. And then the ball was turned over, Lowe was straight on it. Cheer with the lovely pass. Pasi Taua out to the big fella on the right wing. And I tell you what, this man, Tangitau, knows where the try line is. And I am really happy he's wearing a Highlanders shirt this year, because that boy, I tell you what, he is an outstanding footballer prospect.
Yeah, we're going to see more of him.
Fantastic. I hope he gets plenty of ball and plenty of space.
He is quite something, Caleb Tangitau, and just showed, and it was a nice run from Pasi Taua, just having the confidence to carry the ball, similar to Kimera in the first half. Of course, unable to convert on that occasion of the Highlanders. Very much want you to know, please don't miss out on the season ahead. There's limited 4 Game Pass memberships left in terms of membership and ticketing to give you access to 4 big home games, including 3 derbies at the One New Zealand Stadium. Very exciting stadium that will be upon us very soon. So head to membership and ticketing team by the merch tent to lock yours in, or speak to the team there if you've got any questions about tickets and memberships. Of course, very important that we let you know about that with the Super Rugby season ahead of us, as we see some very nice strong play here from the Crusaders forwards. Gunawave, wonderful work, Kello. We know how good he is on the wide channels. Kello times his pass beautifully. So Eda still with it. Chapman. Gardner met in a strong tackle. Bell's come onto the field. Henry Bell, of course the brother of George Bell, plays his trade for the Crusaders. Reihana. Gardner. Dominic Gardner. Big man, can play lock or loose forward. Very agile ball runner. A lot of great ball running forwards on both sides, but we're getting on with it here. Chapman. Reihana dummies. Reihana sticks with it. McLeod goes in. Highlanders look to counter ruck. Crusaders still with it here, inside the 22 metre line. Chapman. And so either met with some staunch defence, still with it here though, the Crusaders. Gunawave. And Kello unable to hold on to it, and breaking play. It's going to be the Highlanders' loose head and feed. Was just waiting to see Paul Williams' arm there, and he has called a knock on it, and it will be the Highlanders' ball.
Well, Crusaders, just those little combinations, just a little pass with a lot of pressure on him. Kello's been outstanding with ball in hand, he really has. And that's those combinations, just getting a wee bit of a feel for each other as well. Kunawave at fullback, he's been absolutely electric for this Crusader side already. What a talent he looks like.
Join the cut of his jib, looks dangerous.
Yeah, fast. Not exactly what you call massive or big as a back, but gee whiz, I tell you what, he knows how to take a gap. And speed, there's just nothing better than speed. Can't coach it. I tell you what, if you've got it, you can certainly open up some gaps and make some opportunities for yourself. So, big scrum here for Highlanders as it goes down again.
Yeah, the bookends, just both teams there just unable to stand up as we see the replay of that. they'll look to reset, and speed and gaps is what the Highlanders need here, of course, trailing 33-10, brought to you by Timaru Transport, of course. This game here in Fraser Park, the revamped, redeveloped, looking an absolute picture, wonderful crowd. Shearer, he's one man with a lot of pace. Jonah Lowe, chance here for the Highlanders. Up past the halfway line, this is really nice running. Great to see them having the confidence to throw the ball around. Lowe, Pasitoa, now he goes for the kick. And just unable to find Stanley Solomon, who is on the right wing, of course, playing at fullback there in the first half, and just not able to find him. But nice to see them chucking the ball around. You've got to do it. They've got 20 minutes here to come up with a little bit of magic.
Oh, it's really nice down the left-hand side. Some really nice into play. You see the guys just going for a wee drink.
Yes, thirsty work out there, I'm sure, in terms of match fitness, as we see the tacticians out there, Matt Todd and Ron Crotty, right now on screen. And we're just going to go to an ad break here at Fraser Park in Timaru. Give these guys a chance to catch their breath along with ourselves, and we'll be back with the final minutes action here, of course, at Fraser Park in Timaru. Super Rugby pre-season footy at its fast.
23 players take the field. But our team is hundreds of thousands strong. Because you are one of us.
Back here now, Fraser Park, Timaru, Super Rugby pre-season footy. Brendan Laney joining me today in commentary. We've seen plenty of excitement so far, more to come. Great to see some combinations being worked out. That's what it's all about today for these two sides, for Jamie Joseph, for the Rob Pennies of this world, working out combinations and seeing what these guys can do.
Yeah, 100% Donny, and I have to say at the moment that the Crusaders will be reasonably happy with particularly their first half hit out. 20 more minutes just to see what they can get going, both sides really.
Yeah, I think Timaru was the superstar of that first half, no doubt about it, leading the Crusaders around with, of course, coming off the back of a strong forward pack. When your forwards are going forward, makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely does. So we see the Crusaders here. Just this next pass here, just a little bit.
What are they doing?
Probably
going for cattle.
over eager in the big long pass. I suppose the space was there, but just took his eyes off it a little bit before he took the nut. So chance here for the Highlanders.
Paul Williams probably sucking the big ones in as well. So
Hey,
he'll be tired
do you know
out
if
there.
he's
It's looking
unfit or
tired. Tell you what, it looks like tired work out there in the heat, and he's had to do a lot of running around today with these teams. So not only the players, of course, the officials like the referee, crowd haven't had to do quite as much running around. They look pretty relaxed and composed, and no hurry there on the banks of Timaru. Of course, we've had plenty of rugby, Super Rugby played here in the past that we've witnessed too. Remember coming down to games in the 90s here, very special occasions, big rugby town.
100%, yep. South Canterbury, probably one of the more successful Heartland teams, led by Nigel Walsh over the last sort of 5-6 years, who actually works for Timaru Transport as well.
Big shout out to Walshy today and the work he's done with South Canterbury Rugby, and it'll be a very proud day from him. And great work from the Highlanders winning that scrum penalty, and now the line out, good chance for them. They'll be very happy to win a scrum penalty as well. They'll be very much looking to their forwards to give these dangerous backs some ascendancy throughout the season. Speaking of ascendancy, lovely run here from the Highlanders. Of course, the big barracking number 8, just as we say, the intercept could be in real trouble here. So either they managed to get back. We know how fast Stanley Solomon is, the right winger. We've seen it at the under-20 level, of course NPC level as well, and the Highlanders put that out on the full just when they had a real opportunity to put some pressure on. They were disappointed there. Plenty going on here.
Well, it was free ball, really. He did a great job ripping the ball. And the Crusaders were off. Solomon just came out of nowhere, really turned the ball over. One pass. And unfortunately kicked it out. So I've come back for the original loss forward. And what we're seeing is instead of the Highlanders being down in Crusader territory, they're having to come back here and scrum 10 metres inside their own half. So
yeah, that's got to hurt. It's got to hurt some of those forwards.
well, certainly getting your strike moves going inside a Crusader half or down that other end of the field is a hell of a lot more better for your side instead of 10 metres inside your own half. So
yeah, that's got to kill morale slightly there for the Highlanders. They'll be looking to
good scrum though.
A couple of really good scrums in the second half. Good sign, of course, Ta'avo, the experienced Ta'avo. Wingham's come on. We know Bell and Taylor are both very good scrummagers. They've shared the piece here at hooker in the second half. And Josh Whanga, the young boy, South Otago boy out of Clutha, South Otago High School, and a very talented young winger. Great to see him getting a bit of game time and a bit of an injury here.
Dallas McLeod, he just come flying in here. Bang, he just got his head on the wrong side. Unfortunately, his timing.
Yeah, because it was a big physical hit.
And he came in, his head was just on the wrong side, and I think he's probably more copped the hip than anything. And I won't muck around with Dallas. Let's get him off the field and keep checking. It's only early doors. Well, he's going to be key for the Crusaders this year. I think him and Enor were so instrumental for Canterbury in particular. You know, both these guys have played Test rugby.
22's come on, Isaac Murray and McGregor.
Replacing him.
Just talent aplenty, and you did right in terms of McLeod and Enor. You could not have a more experienced midfield that worked oh so well at NPC level, but are very good at Super Rugby level. Both players have had a taste of Test rugby. Big, physical, fast, brilliant brains on them. I think they work really well. The key will just be staying fit. You don't want to be losing guys in pre-season. Great idea just to take McLeod and get him straight off the field.
Yeah, 100%.
Of course, more games. Of course, Highlanders playing in Queenstown next weekend against Moana Pacifica. And the Crusaders are travelling up to the North Island. Understanding is to take on the Blues up there. So another round of pre-season rugby, of course, coming up. Great that you can join us today on what is a very special occasion. 30 years on from the start of Super Rugby pre-season footy. We've seen how dangerous Broughton and Howden have been in terms of their ball running here in the second half. Now Cribb gets a go. Up past halfway line, Shearer. And they look to flick it wide. And they do. They use the wide channels. They've had some good interplay, and they need to keep that up. Lasaka, ever dangerous. His brother, of course, playing in the New Zealand 7 side. Both play their NPC trade for the Bay of Plenty, but had a great season there with the Highlanders. Unable to hold on to it here, the Highlanders, and the very dangerous Crusaders have come up with it, or I should say the dangerous Kunawave. And there he goes again. Pick and go, Chapman. The old turnstile 180 there from Louis Chapman. He's met in a strong tackle. Still with it though, the Crusaders. And looking for a halfback, they find one in Kunawave. Kulda. Rayhana. Beg your pardon, that's Sexton who took that ball, of course. Sexton, who's been playing his rugby, Jack Sexton down here. Been playing in the, well, further south than here. Been playing down in Highlanders country, playing for Southland. But he was up here playing his rugby up in Christchurch at Lincoln University. Of course, the son of Matt Sexton, who's played plenty of Super Rugby. Might have even been playing 30 years ago for the Crusaders team, so 30 years on. His son Jack Sexton out there. Now, here's a go here. Highlanders, brilliant work. Chance here. Jonah Lowe. Big tackle made on Harvey. Still a chance here for the Highlanders. Can they look to shift it? Pasi Taua, who looks so light on his feet, darting away, still with the ball, still with possession here. Strong run, once again brought in the Highlanders, edging closer towards the try line, looking to rip that out, and referee Paul Williams is having none of it. Highlanders looking to go quick, unable to on this occasion. Some nice play there, some crisp passing.
Beautiful, to be fair, really nice to watch. Highlanders just getting their game going, hitting gaps, hitting shoulders, looking for the offload. Unfortunately, Don Gardner just caught a wee bit offside there.
Of course, a lot of these teams will be looking forward to having their All Blacks back in the coming weeks, but without the All Blacks today, you get to see the wider squad tested, and great for these guys on a big stage. A lot of these guys who haven't played Super Rugby or had much of a taste of NPC, getting to sit there in front of, 4,500 people today.
100%, and also the coaches are getting a good hard look at them in the game situation. It's really hard for a training point of view to get these guys into game situations, so to get some minutes under their belt, even though it's a wee bit messy sometimes, it's fantastic for the coaches to be able to look at them under pressure. And the Highlanders here, big scrum, great opportunity for them here.
Won't get a better chance than this one off the scrum. And I'll tell you what, there's one thing we know for sure: it doesn't matter how dry the deck is, it doesn't matter how many years of rugby flow by, and it's a beautiful thing, scrumming, being a former prop myself, but scrum resets is always going to be a thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's not much we can do to take that out, and we don't really want to stop contested scrums, and I know there'll be a certain team from the Rainbow Nation who most certainly won't want to see scrums go away, contested scrums. So once again, we reset. Great platform here. Shearer, very, very dangerous. Will he go himself? What's he going to look to do here? Will he look to find Harvey? And uses his forwards and doesn't go himself. He throws it to nobody. He'll be disappointed there. Sherry just couldn't quite find his man. We're going to get another opportunity. He'll be disappointed that didn't go to hand there. Good opportunity for them, but they'll get another crack here, Puffer.
Yeah, it was a bit of a funny pass, really. Everyone was running away from the ball. See here, he's taken a few steps and everyone was sort of running away, whereas Pisitoa possibly was meant to go on a shorter ball, but unfortunately turned the ball over. So anyway, chance for the Highlanders. I've kicked it to the corner.
Lasaka runs straight, runs hard. Chance here for the Highlanders. Heading towards the chalk. Ta'aval has a look up. Resets the forward pack. Ta'aval. Still with it. Highlanders got it controlled here at the back of the ruck. Wants to drive forward there. Come on, Ting Blad. Ting Blad's been good in the second half. Had a couple of darts from the back of the ruck. Ting Blad and Crib, real players of the future. And Crusaders get their mitts on the ball, and that is a big turnover there. Just got his mitts over that. Jamie Hanna, underrated player, showing some great strength, turning that over. They'll be disappointed there. They couldn't capitalise and score their third try. And here we go. The dangerous Kunawave, and he's running it out from the lone try line. Here we go. What's he got for us? Kunawave up to the 22-metre line for the Crusaders. Chapman with a backwards pass. They're going to run everything. Rayhana, of course, Rivers Rayhana. Wonderful season last year for the Crusaders. Marker out wide. Chance here for the Crusaders, using their number 8. Safaloi, still with it here. Got a trap there, Grant. Chapman. Big crunching tackle coming in there from the Highlanders. Certainly meet Tracy with a lot of gusto, a lot of oomph. Trying to defend and get the ball back here, Crusaders. Looking to come out side of their 22-metre line, stepping outside. Sexton. Chapman at the base. Gets onto the box kick. Big pressure, massive pressure coming on there, and he's fallen awkwardly, hoping Pasitoa is okay. He's come down pretty gingerly. In the meantime, we get back on with the game. And nudged downfield by Grant. Chance here. Robinson looks to find his man. Can't find his man. Finds the Crusaders. Grant, can he link up with his right winger there, Broomfield? Corey Kello with it now. Inside the Highlanders 22-metre line. Crusaders hot on attack. 33 playing 10 here. Fraser Park, Timaru. Rayhana looks to throw it wide. Holds onto it in the end. Taken in the tackle. 20 metres out. So Ira. Crusaders still with it. Treacy. Sexton holds onto it. Straightens. Still with it here. Chapman. Crusaders looking to add to their score. 5 tries, playing 2 in this one. Chance for Gardner. Strong running. Some real nice composure being shown here by the Crusaders. Look calm, look controlled. Rayhana taken, met in some strong defence. The Highlanders certainly looking to make their tackles count. Bang! Lasaka goes bang and turns it over, and Haig's come up with it on the 22-metre line. Highlanders, just coming off the back of some really brutal defence, have come up with the ball. What can they do inside their 22-metre line? They're going to throw it around. We're going to see plenty of throwing around in the final 7 minutes of this game. Disappointing there from the Highlanders. Did all the hard work, turned the ball over, put a couple of phases together, and then do that, Brendan Laney.
Kick it away. Unfortunately, you can see what his idea was, his thought pattern, but unfortunately, the execution's just a little bit too much. Maybe that's just got to go through the hands, or maybe we're looking at a loop pass, but what it's done is just turn the ball over to the Crusaders in the 22. Beautiful line out too.
Really nicely taken down. Chapman and Rayhana did well. They found, of course, Grant really nicely. Just some really nice passing, and they seem to know what one another are doing. Considering it's the first game of the season, they've obviously trained and they've obviously got really good eyes and ears, because I'm liking what I'm seeing here on the 22-metre line. Another opportunity here for the Crusaders. Sykes Martin still with it. Wriggles out of the first tackle, taken by the second. Louis Chapman, Rayhana, the inside ball. Kello gives it away. Still with it, Mitchell Drummond. The veteran has come on to the field, and it is a knock-on. Referee Paul Williams looks at his watch. 5 minutes to go in this one, and just couldn't quite make things happen there. Couldn't conjure up and finish off.
Well, if you're looking for a guy to maybe say he's had a fantastic second half, Corey Kello has just been everywhere in the second half. Beautiful link play. He's been big with ball in hand. He's not afraid to get into the rucks either and contest for ball. He really has been quite impressive this afternoon. He's been a bit of a thorn in the side, particularly on phase play for the Highlanders. So, Crusaders here want to put in a big scrum. Scrum's been good from the Highlanders in the second half. It's been nice and solid. We need another one here too.
Seen a lot more for them with the scrums, and yes, real Dennis the Menace is out there today so far, and Corey Kello's one of them. Just loves disrupting things. Highlanders, they would have hoped for a little bit more, just a little bit more territory with that kick. Just unable to clear it. They need that deep kick. Try and put a little bit of pressure on the Crusaders, but once again they get the ball. They're inside their 30. Disappointed just not to have a bit more weight on a couple of these kicks here, Buffer.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, actually. He's come off the side a little bit, but
of course, pre-season rugby still. Plenty of learnings from both sides. What's been really a dominant first half that's given the Crusaders such a lead here at Fraser Park in Timaru. We've seen a couple of really nice Highlanders tries, but just a massive first 40 minutes from the Crusaders as we see them working it out. Lasaka looking to work it outside their 22-metre line. Shearer, he'll get on with it fast. And Williams said no, not tapped correctly. He's pulled him up in a pre-season.
It's got to leave
what are your
his hand.
thoughts on this one?
Unfortunately, it's got to leave his
He's
hand.
saying it hasn't, so rightly so.
Good quick thinking though by Nick Shearer. And there's the penalty there, and he's gone tick. Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, it hasn't, has it?
And he's done it right in front of the ref as well.
They will get the line out, of course, though. It will be Henry Bell throwing this in. Great to see Gus Brown back out there. Very good front row for the Crusaders. So many players getting their opportunity. And here he is, the veteran out of Cheviot, Nick Hyde. Tremendous rugby player. Great to see him have a go. And here we go. Highlanders, Jonah Lowe, boot to ball. Do they have the speed? Crusaders rushing back. Jay Broomfield, one of the quickest men out there, is able to helter-skelter and get back. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jonah Lowe here today, though.
He's been good at 13. He's got his ball, hands on the ball. He's made a couple of really nice choices. Josh Fanger looks good on the left wing as well. He's a bit of speed, big man too.
Lowe and Fanger, they will really come into their own, and plenty of games ahead for these guys. They'll be better off for this run, and touch judge has his hand up there. Crusaders are getting on. What a beautiful pass out to Rayhana. Good game's a fast game. Callow, as he said, Buffery's everywhere. Mitchell Drummond finding himself on the wing. Let's see what pace Drummond still brings. The monster pace from the veteran. I'll tell you what, Mitch. He's a heck of a lot quicker than us, but wouldn't find himself out on the wing too much, Drummo, into his 30s.
Brilliant.
But he didn't look fully out of place, that's for sure. Chapman. And here we go. Helu's on. Tonga Helu. Chapman. Show and go. Dangerous. Finds Brown. Grant. And it's still with it, sort of stationary there for a minute. Sofaloy. Chapman. Brown. Drummond now with it. Still with possession here, the Crusaders look to use the wider channels. Gardner Go gets dragged in. They were looking to go wide. Now Gardner goes forward. Knows his way. His nose has been to the goal line a few times. He knows how to find a try. Beautiful ball from Rayhana. They go wide, and it is the Crusaders who are cutting back in field. Wonderful work there from Rayhana. Some beautiful passing. Now they go to Nick Hyde. Drummond there at the back. Rayhana hands on the ball again. Some strong defence coming from the Highlanders. Crusaders still with possession here, having to really scrap for the ball. Mitchell Drummond, he's got his work cut out. Little bit sloppy, and Lasaka said, let's get rid of it. There's one man that can punt it downfield. He's done well, and it's a chance here for the Highlanders. If he can control it, can he get there? Solomon, no! Too much wheat picks on that one. Solomon looked gone for all money, did everything right. Just a little bit too much on that kick.
Oh, it was too. Unfortunately for him, just too far. And Lasaka put the kick in. They battled out here.
Just another reminder, no
There's the kick, bang long, and Solomon just took off. He only had one guy right behind him who was chasing him down, but he wasn't really catching him, to be fair. And that one off the knee, just a bit too far. Well, he's been dangerous every time he's had the ball too, Solomon. He's been very good, Stanley Solomon.
We've seen he's been good under the high ball. He's been good defending well, counter-attacking opportunities. I know there's been a couple of defensive lapses in this game, and we expect that in a pre-season. Bit of work, of course, for Joseph and his Highlanders going forward, and the Crusaders will have a few learnings, but yeah, unlucky on that occasion, just a bit too much on it. Here's a chance though, Jonah Lowe still going off loads. Beautiful work, Josh Fanger. Taken down, Josh Fanger, what a run. Shearer, Tavo. Highlanders still with a Shearer. And oh, nice work there from the second five. Of course, just brilliant work there from Harvey. Turning back on the inside, still with it, Shearer. Low. Must be a try to the Highlanders, held up. Big defence coming from the Crusaders. Really important defence on that occasion. They've done well. They could have easily fallen off that. Some strong defence, but some nice play from the Highlanders at the same time.
Really nice play. Low again involved. Beautiful short ball. Great line by the big number 8, Nick Broughton. And that's it.
And that is all, folks, here from Fraser Park in Timaru. It has been my absolute pleasure to bring you this game from South Canterbury. A massive thanks to Buffer Laney, who's taken us through this one with me. Thank you to Temuka Transport, Crusaders and Highlanders official exclusive transport and logistics partner. And I tell you what, 33 points to 10. We're going to see the people coming onto the field, but we've seen some brilliant tries. We've seen so much running rugby today. There's a lot to look forward to. The credit has to go to the Crusaders. Whether you read too much into the pre-season or not, they'll be liking the momentum at both positives and negatives.
Yeah, 100%, Donny. There's certainly been a lot of positives from, I think, both sides, really. You know, it's very, very hard with a lot of combinations going on off the field. This was still a Highlanders-Crusaders battle, and we've seen some really good stuff from this Crusaders side. The Highlanders side that came out in the second half certainly changed the way they played, got their game going too. Nice to see some players in some different posies, Jonah Lowe in particular, in the midfield. That just gives options for the Highlanders later in the year, or a certain parts of the year if there's any injuries.
Stanley Solomon, another one playing wing fullback.
Yeah, 100%. It's really good to watch, eh? And, you know, I think we've seen two sides that have come out here with a great attitude too. They've thrown the ball around, they've tried to give as much air to the ball as possible. And we've seen a big crowd coming in. We see the kids out on the field there. They love this stuff. It's outstanding.
This is special. This is what New Zealand rugby's all about, isn't it, Buffer? Taking games to the regions where you see all of these wonderful kids coming out to meet their heroes. These two sides would be best of mates. They'd know each other through a lot of junior grades, under 20s, playing Super Rugby against each other. And as you were saying before, how good just to see, you know, you see forwards kicking the ball. Don't know if the coaches would agree with me here, but they've tried to entertain the Timaru crowd, the viewers, of course, that are watching today through the stream as well. But isn't it special that they've just really tried to make things happen?
Well, you talked to Nigel Davenport today there, which was outstanding to have Nigel involved. And you know, from Venture Timaru, the CEO, and, you know, like you said, to be able to get these events here to Timaru, a major, you know, rugby game as well. Two very, very good sides who put on a really good show, and the crowd's got behind it. It's been a really, really good day here in Timaru. Kids will be out there begging for jerseys and trying to get boots. And
I bet they will. They'll be certainly looking to add to their collection. And yeah, it's been a very special spectacle, and so awesome to see both teams travel. You know, you've got the Crusaders, their franchise, coming down south. Of course, the Otago Highlanders, or the Highlanders, we should say, travelling up for what has just been a fun festival atmosphere today, Buffer. And what it's all about has been something like this, where we see some real fun Energizer Bunny rugby. It has been an absolute pleasure. We're going to be wrapping up things here from Fraser Park in Timaru. It is Super Rugby pre-season 2026. It has been our pleasure. Thank you so much today for joining us on the stream to bring you this live rugby action. And from Chainsaw Laney and my good self, it is good night, it is au revoir, sayonara, and we'll see you next time.